I'ma keep it real with you guys. I don't like Black History Month because of this type of clips.
Black History Month or baseball?
Baseball.
Baseball over Black History Month?
Baseball.
Why are you choosing that? What about black people?
Because I don't like black people.
Initially, when I saw this, I got a bit mad. I got upset because why do we always want people to like us? Why would you expect someone that is not you to be a part of your struggle? It's your struggle, not theirs. You know what I mean? And I feel like us as a community, we are just expecting too much of others, but we don't really expect a lot from ourselves. And we blame others a lot, but do we look at the things we don't do right? Things we do that are messed up? Do we look at that? And when I think about Black History Month, to me it just seems like a reminder of the darkest hours of our history. I have the utmost respect for Rosa Parks, Dr. King, Malcolm X, all of these iconic figures of the civil rights movement. But you gotta remember that our history is not just the fight against segregation. The Black history is kings and queens, Shaka Zulu, Mansa Musa, the richest man to ever walk the face of the earth, King Solomon, King David, the pharaohs, Egypt, all of these great leaders, all of these mighty people, they came from Africa. The Bantu Empire, the Mandinga Empire, the Zulu Empire, the Moor Empire, the Ashanti Empire. What about them? Their glory. That's your history too. And that should make you have a sense of pride, not pride, self-love. Because pride is good, but it shouldn't be overdone. And that brings me back to another thing that kind of annoys me about our community is the fact that because we've been wronged, we overcompensate. I wouldn't even say overcompensate, but because we've been wronged, we think that it's okay to move like a black person is superior to another race. I love being black and I love my culture. I love the history of black people, all of it, okay? Even the dark parts, some good came out even of that. But God created us all equal. A black man is not superior to a white man, nor is a white man superior to a black man. You're not a god, you're human. You're not the chosen one or the chosen people. God loves everyone the same. We should focus on loving ourselves as a race, because the destruction that have been done on us, inflicted upon us, is not entirely physical. It's mainly in the mind. As in, our sense of self has been shattered. And that's more dangerous. That's more devastating, damaging than having a home destroyed. Being enslaved and colonized is a part of it physically, but it's the mental aspect of the process that's the more lethal, the most lethal. I was speaking with my friends today and I was telling them, like, I was looking at the example of Japan. Like, Japan is literally the only country that had been bombed with nuclear weapons. But very shortly after, they recovered like nothing happened. And that kind of triggered me, because I started thinking, if they can do it, why can't we do it? But then I realized that the reason why Japan was able to rebuild and thrive so quickly after their defeat is because they were not defeated in mind. And it's sad to say, but most of us, or let's say as a collective, we are kind of spiritually defeated, you know? And that's where the victim mentality comes from as well. I feel like as a community, we need to not only educate ourselves on a sense of history, what is our history beyond slavery, but also like a strong sense of self, and that we need to understand that no one is coming to save us but ourselves. The people that wronged us, just forget about reparation. They're not gonna compensate us. They're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? So that's why we need to go out there and achieve great things and keep things within the community. As in, if you look at Chinese people, they keep their wealth around themselves. They don't go out and buy some crazy LV bags and shit like that. Or if they do, 9 times out of 10 is fake. Or they'll buy it from a Chinese LV store, or like a Chinese LV store in Chinatown, so the money stays within the community. But it's like, we need to find a way to be more smart to be smarter with our money, you know, with our economics. You learn the importance of financial intelligence or financial literacy, learning to save, learning to have a budget, sticking to the budget, learning to live within our means, and even if possible, slightly below our means. That's very important, you know. Understanding that the value is within self, not outer things. It's nice to have like, look, I got this ring. I love this ring because when I went to America, actually in Chinatown, I bargained for this little ring. You know what I mean? I bargained for it, so it's got a nice little history. You know what I mean? An example of like keeping the money within the community. The glasses, I bought it from my friend who had a dropshipping business, so I copped it from him. Do you know what I mean? It's like little things like that. It's like we gotta keep the money within our community. Stop expecting people to save us. Just stop blaming people for what they did to us. They did do it to us, but we've done enough blaming. It's time to do something. And when I say do something, forget about even protesting against them. If a certain brand doesn't like black people, we shouldn't care. You can just make your own brand. And a lot of people have done it. A lot of black entrepreneurs have done it. You know what I mean? And also, we need to have accountability. Like, you can't be moving mad when you're poisoning your own community. You can't be doing that. You know what I mean? You can't say the white man did this to us, the white man did that to us. Yes, they did, but you are worse than them in a way because you're poisoning your own community with drugs sometimes. Sometimes it's with music that's putting violence and things that are not honorable in the minds of the youth. There's so many things, man. So many things. Like, the world is messed up, but there's always hope. There's always hope. But the message for this video was literally Very simple. Love yourself, and to love yourself, you need to know yourself, know your history. Black History Month is just a month. It's been given to us, and it reminds me more of the victim side of our history than the mighty side of our history. You know what I'm saying? In the Black History Month, let's celebrate our power. Do you know what I mean? Let's celebrate Dr. King and everyone else, but also remember the people that were there before Dr. King. Do you know what I mean? Because that's important. That's our history too. And it shouldn't just be assigned to a month. Nobody has a month. There's no Asian History Month. There's no Arab History Month or White History Month. So why is there like a Black History Month? You're not a victim anymore. Okay? No more victim mentality. Let's get it. Okay? Love you.